Boy, oh boy, do we have a disaster for you today. So today we're doing the red day recap for you. I'm on this red streak that's just got me all frustrated and angry. And I know, with trading, you shouldn't have emotions, but the reality is we're human. So, it's difficult, right? Shouldn't trade with emotions, but it's hard to do, especially in the small cap world. So today we're going to review and show you how I did for my performance on today's struggle. Today I'm down $802, and this is my third day in a row to be red. And that's a big hit. So the one I had last week was even worse, but yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed your 4th of July. I had a great weekend. My whole goal was to relax, enjoy food. I did all that stuff, but kind of refresh my mind. I guess that's the piece that I didn't really completely do as far as my trading stuff goes. So anyway, let's just dive right into it. First off, let's show you performance. So today, I should have taken the hint early on. I have a real tough time with doing this. I was all over the place. So look at this. I started off green, went neutral, then green again, then went red, went sideways for the longest time, just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and finally got green again, and then red. The amount of times I went green and red was just crazy. So I should have taken the writing on the wall there and should have shut it down earlier. And it's just hard to do, when I'm red, I'm always, my thought in there is just that, okay, let me at least get green and then I'll walk away. And sometimes that's a really bad mindset. It's not something good to tell yourself, because depending on the opportunities, maybe that's really all there is for the day. And being down a little red is much better than being down big red. And so as you can see, I finished bigger red, if you will, so down $800. And I really tried. I tried to hang in there, tried to get some trades that would help me bring me back green, but I couldn't do it. So stocks I traded, it was mainly BSQR. We'll go over that one. I traded OSAT, OSAT, but mainly a few others on some other ones. Two main ones that I want to slap myself in the face for, IPDN, and what was the other one? Bond, BON. What an idiotic stock for me to trade. And unfortunately, that's just in the small cap world. You sometimes get trapped into some bad stocks, with momentum moves and stuff. So, I had so many trades today that I'm not going to go over every single one. I'm going to show you, I guess, where some of my big mistakes were. First, let's touch on BSQR, which was one of the main leaders today. Currently, it's up 77%. This thing was good, but it was, for me, a little bit slower to move up. We did have a really good move here. But all throughout this, it was kind of choppy, up and down, but in a good general direction. That would have been maybe great for a swing trade, but I'm not much of a swing trader for the most part. And as you can see, we kind of hit this range here, and I guess it got so crowded. I had this dramatic sell-off, and I thought I would be done for the day, but it bounced back. And so that was kind of interesting, but it really couldn't break past this area here. And I had a couple trades in here to try to break the new highs. Didn't really happen. So once again, it was just back and forth with me a ton. So that's how that one went. Let me go to my stupid trades here. Yeah, like I said, I had a ton of trades with that one. What was the other one? OSAT was when I had a lot more trades on. This was a little bit more interesting, if you will. Yearly chart here. I don't know what the hell's going on here. There's no volume, so this was probably not even a good stock to honestly trade, I mean, as far as past history goes, there's not much of a graph there, and it's just wicked with no volume on anything. And today there was significant volume, so I don't see any news on it, but it definitely was trading quite a bit. But it did give some opportunities. There's a really solid move in here, crossing that VWAP section. So I got some trades on it, but was wrong on some trades as well on this one. So quite a few trades. But let's go over to the big mistakes. IPDN. Ugh. Okay, this one's just nasty. So I think I glimpsed at the yearly chart, and hey, I saw former runner. We've got some big run-ups here in the past. However, if you look at this, let me see if I can pull. I'll go with this. If you see this, I was noticing kind of this trend right here. So I knew that this, if this thing is running up, it might have potential to stop or kick out right there. But if it rips past it, that's going to show some strength. But I did see that trend. That's kind of what I was looking at there and thinking, okay, it's moving, but it might be limited. So I was right in that call there. So going back into the 1 minute chart here. Let's see. Now, I think I just led into FOMO on this one. I did have a double top up here, but as soon as this kind of popped up more, I got interested. There wasn't a ton of volume, but it was a super sketchy stock. Let me see if I can pull up my entry and exit real quick. Okay, first buy was at 272. What time frame was that? Yeah, so I'm seeing this thing rip up, and I decide, let me hop in. It had already made its jump up here, and it pulled back, and it looked like it was gonna maybe go for another run, but it was stopped out right there. But anyways, I ended up getting in at 272 and was holding for that possible next extension up, and I was just wrong on it and got just chewed up right here. This huge red candle. Let's see where I sold. Ended up selling, market sell at 250. So down in here. And it was unfortunate. It was a big loss on that one. And that was kind of one of my big mistakes. Today, the second one, this was just idiotic because, okay, I made that move on IPDN. I was wrong, and I took a significant hit on it. But then I see this one later on in the day and decided to take a trade on it, which was just a bad idea because look at the volume here. No volume all day long. Let me take a quick look at the yearly. So this is the newer stock. Looks like it IPO'd recently and had a huge run up, but it didn't sustain. It pulled back, but it did have a serious move there. It's consolidated, and today it went up again, pretty big. But the thing is, when you have this scenario, I've done this to myself too many times, I think, is this volume here, no volume all day long. And sometimes these stocks just rip up out of nowhere. They pop up, and a lot of times they can be pump and dumps. This might be the scenario for this one, but no volume all day, and then you get this random spike that just comes up and starts shooting up. But still not a ton of volume even within here. I mean, increasing for sure, but not a whole lot of volume. So let's see where I got in and out on this one. This one I took a huge hit on as well. So I bought in, let's go to 1340. Okay, right in here. It had made its big move, pulled back quite a bit. That should have been a red flag there that pulled back that much. But then it was showing strength on this move here. So I was looking at it going, okay, we can break, it might be opportunity. So here I am buying in at, what was it, 1167. Right in here. So I buy 1167. And I'm waiting, and it just starts to slowly bleed here. And as you can see, look at the volume here. Volume just completely dies out, just goes, just vaporizes. Volume goes completely gone. And when that happens, the spread on this was incredibly large. Like, I mean, probably 20, 40 cents, I think. Maybe not that much, but a huge spread on the bid and the ask. At that point, when it's going down, it's hard to, I was just waiting for some kind of bounce after we got this. I'm still holding and feeling, at that point, just stupid move on my part. And I ended up having to sell out. I waited for a while, but I ended up selling out at 10.28 here. So look at this. I mean, from the top, close to the top, down on the bottom in this area, and it's just, the thing ate me alive. I should have known better. And I think with stocks like this, I really need to pump the brakes. What happened to me actually is I saw this moving and I didn't check the volume. I should have looked at the volume because I think it was at like 900,000 at that point. And that's just not a lot of volume to show continuation or strength or any kind of continuation movement when you have that low volume. Now, if that increases, it keeps increasing and, trades are moving, then it might be a better opportunity. But like here, you just get this absolute rush in volume and a complete kill off. And I kind of FOMO'd into it and took it high and had to sell low. So it was a huge loss for me. But anyways, guys, those were my two big mistakes today. Went over. Okay. One more I'll hit with you guys is NEGG. I was hoping this might help me turn me around a little bit on the day, and this was Newegg, NEGG, and we had a nice big move here. Let me look at the yearly. So I think I glimpsed at this, but we do have some resistance here at 29.76. Call it 30. And you can tell in the past it's had, big run-ups, and today was no different. However, we did really have that resistance that it never could break. So I saw it running up either way, and I decided to go in for a few trades on it. I think my last trade here on it, buying it 27.91, selling it 20.28. So nothing good there. And let me see. Yeah, I was just, chasing this one. So that's what I traded today. Nothing good. I'm extremely, just frustrated because the red streaks happen. And even though on Friday, let's look at this. Let's go back and look at the June, the end of June here. So last week started off great. Remember, I had 931, then I made 3,000, and I think that $3,000 day, here was the trickery for me, is that I didn't trade really good. I managed to get enough there was plenty of opportunity that day, and I managed to take a ton of trades and really grind up to that level. So it wasn't really like perfect trading or anything. It was just that there was plenty of opportunity that day and was able to make, $3,000. And I guess that put a sense of confidence in me that I continued with the following days. And it wasn't a good thing, kind of, I don't know, just gave me some false senses there, thinking I could just trade through anything. And so the following day, Wednesday here, I had a pretty significant red day, half of what I made, and that was a big hit. But in the back of my head, I'm like, you're fine, it's a big number, it's a big red day, but I can bounce from that, especially if I did well like I did on Tuesday. I think I'll be fine. So the following day, I think I still have that attitude if I can kind of get through anything. And here we go. Lo and behold, I take some huge losses, go down to negative 2,000 for Thursday. So now I'm in a bad state of mind. And now I know I've got 2 days in a row. I've knocked out my profit from that awesome Tuesday. And so now I'm, getting in a negative mindset. And I think maybe a little bit of that revenge trading is going into my head. And Friday comes out and I managed to go green. But honestly, it was a lot of back and forth trading. It was trying to just dig. And I was pushing it just way too hard because I was negative. Then I was green, then I was negative. I was all over the place. End of the day, $87, so pretty much neutral. I mean, there's nothing there. And then, taking our break from this weekend and kind of thinking, okay, fresh start the week. Let's just start fresh. And I don't know. I kept some of that mentality, I guess, from last week and carried it forward. And I'm really frustrated with myself because now I'm starting this month down $3,000. And now I've got to make 3,000 just to get neutral. And I'm really not liking that, what I'm seeing here. So I've got to change some things. I did write down, I told you guys last couple videos, I did start some sticky note rules. And the 3 that I've been trying to follow, I've got shut down early when I can, if I'm up green. So I didn't really obey that one today. Cut losses quicker. I was a little bit better at that today. And I think there were a few that I just held way too long. So I guess I didn't really obey that one. And the other one was averaging down. Don't be averaging down. I did really well on that. I only think I had one trade that I kind of doubled into, but it worked out for me. But it was only on one trade. So I'm pretty happy with that one. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys because obviously today was a struggle for me. I wanted to find out from you guys if you felt like there were plenty of opportunities today. If you're green, if you're red, if you were struggling, let me know. I want to hear from you guys and find out what was your pulse on the market for today in the small cap world. And were you successful, or did you fumble today like I did? Would appreciate that. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for me today. I still have my AMC trade. Another down day on for this one, and we're still holding levels, which is good. But who knows if we're gonna have that turnaround on that pop? I think if everybody keeps holding, we'll be good on that. But as far as right now, it looks like it's kind of slowly drifting downhill. But I'm holding as of now, so we'll see. That's it, guys. Take care. Make sure to subscribe and like. I would really appreciate it. Helps other traders see this video and build that bigger community. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So take care. Have a good Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday, and hopefully we can, get in a better position. So that's it for now. Take care. See ya.